Okay, now we will see how to do the bunny head. Okay, we have finished with the ears, tail and the hands. Okay, so now the bunny head. Row 1 will be magic ring and 6 single crochet in it. Okay, row 2 is an increase round, so 2 single crochet in all the stitches above, which will give you 12 stitches. Row 3 is also an increase round, so it will be single crochet then an increase. This will give us 18 stitches. Row 4 is going to be 2 single crochets and then an increase. We will have 24 single crochets here. Okay, now row 5 will be 3 single crochets and an increase. This will be 30 single crochets here. Okay, and in row 6 we will do only single crochets, but in this round I'm just going to tilt it. In this round we will attach the ears. So let's do till here and then we'll come back on how we will further proceed. Okay, so we are starting with magic ring and single crochet. You already know all of this. So after the magic ring you do 6 single crochets in this ring, and always remember yarn under method we are doing. So I'm just going to go, I'm not going to show it slowly because you already know all of this. So let's not waste time on this one. Okay, 3 4 5 and 6 single crochets. So we're doing the yarn under method, so that's why it is a little different from the regular crochets. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now we will hold and we'll gently pull this. Don't completely close it, just pull it, and then I'll show you the next round. Okay, sorry. Okay, now in the next round, round 2 is an increase round where we are going to do 2 single crochets in every stitch. Okay, so we will start. This is my first stitch, so I'm going to do 2 single crochets here, 1 and 2. This is your first increase. So you have to do two single crochet in every stitch, and that will give us 12 single crochets in this row. So let's do that and I'll meet you at the end of that row, end of this row, sorry. Okay, I have done row 2 is done, which is 12 single crochets is done. So the next row is single crochet. First single crochet I have done, put my stitch marker there. In the next stitch is an increase. Okay, on the third stitch we will do single crochet, then in the next stitch is again an increase. Okay, then following stitch is again a single crochet and then an increase. So we will continue this and I'll meet you at the end of the row. So I have finished my 18 stitches. So now is row 4 where it is 2 single crochet and then an increase. So this is my first single crochet, the next stitch, and I'm going to add my stitch marker here. This is the yarn running stitch marker that I use. Okay, and second one is also a single crochet, then there is an increase, okay, next 2 stitches is single crochets, 1 and 2, and then there's an increase. In this stitch there's an increase. So I will continue with this pattern and I'll meet you at the end of the row. Okay, so I am done with the 24 stitches. Now row 5 is 3 single crochet and then an increase. Okay, so this is row 5. I'm going to do single crochet, first single crochet, and then I'm going to increase. We need to make sure that we are taking the tail yarn, close it tightly, and let's weave it in the next round. Okay, So this is 1 2 3 and this is the increase. Okay, so I'll continue this pattern of 3 single crochet and then an increase, and I will meet you at the end of the row. Okay, so I'm at the last increase of row 5. This is my 29 and 30. Okay, in the next row, which is row 6, we don't have any increase or decrease. All that we have is we have to attach the ear in this round. So I'll show you how to do it. So in the first stitch you will do a single crochet. Okay, we are doing this so we can put the stitch marker. Otherwise it's okay wherever you want to do the attachment, but first one it's better to do it like this. Okay, now you have to attach the ears. We already did these 2 ears, hands and tail, right? So I'm just taking out the ears, only the ears I'm taking out. Now the ears they have this tail, and it is like this. Sometimes it's good to have the tail because we might need it. Okay, now this is your ears. Okay, now I'll show you something. I'm just trying to grab something so I can show that with it. Okay, sorry about that. So these are the 10 stitches that we did for the ears. Okay, this 1 2, all the 10 stitches are there. So what we are going to do when we are attaching, we will go through the front loop here, not these two, here front loop of this one and back loop of this one. This is the front. This I'll show it like this. Okay, supposing this is the circle, right? It's very tiny, so to show it is difficult. We will go through the front loop of this one, and the exact back we will go only through the back loop. You understood? So only the front. We are not going through this entire front and back and front and back. We are not going through this 4 stitches here. Why? Because then it will become bulky when you're stitching here. So what we are doing is we are going only through the front loop here and only the back loop here. You understand? Now you will see how I'm going to do it. I'm not going through the first stitch because there's no way you can, like, see how we can't go these 2 stitches. Okay, it is possible, so let's do that. So 1 2 3 and 4 stitches. We should be doing 4 stitches. Okay, so here. Okay, now the first stitch is done. For the second stitch we will go through the front loop here and the back loop. Okay, first on the hook, that's what we have. So we have the first working loop, then the front loop and the back loop of the ears, and now we will go in the stitch. This is the first stitch done. This is the second stitch place. So we will go normally how we do, both the under both the loops. Now yarn under, grab through and come out of all the loops. You will only have the working loop and the new loop. Now yarn over and come through like a single crochet, like a regular single crochet. Okay, now I'll show you again. Working loop, front loop of the stitch on the ear and back loop of the stitch of the ear. Then you will go into the, you will see, you just have to pull and see where the stitch is done. This is the undone stitch. Next stitch, go here, grab the yarn, come out of all the loops, grab the yarn and pull through. This is your stitch. Okay, at no point I'm going through the ear first and then the head. It's not like I'm going through the head and then the ear. I'm not attaching it like this. The ear should be on the top. Okay, I hope you've understood. Now we will do the next stitch also. So working loop, front loop of the next on the stitch on the ear, and diagonally opposite, whatever is the exact opposite, go only to the back loop. Now see where the stitch has to go in the head. Don't miss stitches because there will be holes in the project. Do it slowly but do it correctly, instead of rushing and making mistakes and then finally realizing the problems. Slowly but do it correctly. Okay, now we have done one, this is 1 2 3 stitches done. Can we do the 4th stitch? Let's try. Here, front loop of the next one. Okay, and the back loop of the, and go through the next stitch here, yarn under, bring through all the loops, then yarn over, and this is, so we've done 1 2 3 4. Why is this important? To see how many stitches we have done, because the other side also we should do exactly the same number of stitches, otherwise it will not look identical. So now we'll pull the yarn. Imagine this is the head, okay, and the ears are at the side, so exactly this is 4 stitches, so imagine you're putting it right in middle, then your this center of this should be this center, okay, and the center here. So here you just mark it 1, this should be 1 2 3 4, okay, or you can count and do it, either ways it works, but this has to be exactly the opposite. That's all you have to remember. Now this row we are not doing anything, we're just doing single crochet, we're just attaching the ear but doing single crochet. So just do single crochet till you find the stitch marker. Okay, so let's start. What happened? I've reached the stitch marker. I've reached it with single crochets. Now at the stitch marker I will take this out and again add the ears. So again the same thing, we will go through the front loop and the back loop of the ear, and then we'll hold the working yarn, sorry I hit the camera, and then the next stitch we'll just go yarn under, pull through and single crochet. We will do this for the next 4 stitches. Okay, here front and the back loop. This is the third one, third stitch, and again the 4th stitch. Make sure this tail is pulled tight, okay, and the last one, first ones while attaching is always a little difficult, so just patiently do it, you will get it. I know you can't see here properly, but this stitch, yeah. Before I do the single crochet, I'm tugging on this here tightly. Okay, done. Now I will do single crochet till my stitch marker. So this is end of row 6. So row 7, what are we going to do in row 7? Let's see what we are going to do. I will show you the pattern and then we'll take it from there. Okay, okay, see you at beginning of row 7. I will see you. So in row 6 we attach the ears. Now we'll see what we're going to do in row 7. Row 7 is going to be the last increase round. So here you will do 4 single crochets and then an increase. This will give us 36 stitches. 36 stitches, okay. Sorry about my handwriting. Okay. Row 8 to row 12. To row 8 to row 12 there is no increase or decrease, it's just going to be 36 stitches. Okay, just a single crochet around. Row 13, we will start with decrease in row 13, so we will see that once we reach row 12. Okay, so let's start. So as I said, row 7 is a last increase round. So here we will do 4 single crochets and an increase. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how it is when after attaching the ears. So in the first stitch we will do a single crochet. Make sure you have your stitch marker, without that it will not come out like the way it should. That's your first single crochet. This is where we attach the ear. Okay, same, you can see the single crochet, you just go there. Second single crochet, third, fourth. In the 5th stitch we will do an increase. So 1 and 2. Okay, so 4 single crochets, then an increase. So you just have to continue to do this, and I'll meet you at the end. I'm on the last stitch of 7th row. So on the last stitch there's an increase. Whenever you're doing these increase or decrease, the last stitch will be an increase or a decrease. If you have more stitches after the increase or decrease, 1 or 2 stitches, that means that row somewhere it's a mistake. You need to go back, undo, practically undo, and fix it. Okay, now row 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, that is for 5 rows. We have no increase or decrease. We're just going to be doing single crochets. Okay, this is my 8th row. So now that there is no increase, decrease, there is nothing else, just single crochets, what we are going to do in this row is we are going to try and fix this tail yarn. So this tail yarn is completely closed now, it's fully tight. Now we will hold this. Okay, we will hold this along with the stitch above the hook. Just keep it above the hook. Okay, and just do your single crochet like normal. Just go in the next stitch and it'll be inside this stitch. Okay, in case you're not able to understand how to hold it, like you just hold it here and then go through the stitch under it, then pull the yarn and close. If you are not able to understand this, there's no problem. You can stop doing this. You can use your plastic needle and weave the yarn in and out. Okay, so then at least it is secure. So I am doing the row 8 and I will meet you at row 12. Okay, see you soon. So I have finished up to row number 12 and this is how it looks. Okay, this is how it looks on the inside, and this is how the ears are, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so let's see the pattern now. Okay, so class, I have done the bunny's head. This is how it looks. Okay, I'm just not going to change the angle of the camera. So this is how it looks. Okay, this is how the inside is, and this is from the top. If you look at it, this is how it looks. So now I'll show you this. Let me show it to you properly. Just okay, so imagine if you are not sure where you are, you can just count the rounds that you have. That's 1 round, 2nd row, 3rd row, 4th row, 5th row, 6th. You just count, then you find the 12th row. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to tell you that. Okay, now okay, now row number 12 is done. Now it is row number 13. From row 13, it's a decrease round. So it is 4 single crochet and a decrease. So at the end of the row, you will have 30 stitches. Row 14 will be 3 single crochets. Oh, sorry. 3 single crochet and a decrease there. This is 24 stitches here. Row 15 will be 2 single crochets and a decrease. This will be 18, and row number 16, yeah, row number 16 is going to be single crochet and decrease. This will be 12 stitches. Okay, let's start. So we are starting with row number 13 now. My first single crochet in the row. Make sure you add your stitch marker. I'll do this again, it's come off. Okay, first single crochet, 2nd single crochet, 3rd, 4th, and then a decrease. Decrease is always only through the front loop. Okay, that's your decrease. So we'll do this pattern, 4 single crochets and a decrease, and I will meet you at the end of the row. I'm done with row 13. I have 30 stitches now. The row 14 is 3 single crochet and a decrease. So this is my first single crochet. I'm just going to pull the yarn for stitch marker. 1, keep it nice and tight, okay? 1 2 3 single crochets done, and the first decrease. Okay, continue this pattern of 3 single crochets and a decrease, and I will meet you at the end. Yeah, so I am done with row number 14 with 24 single crochets. Now row 15 is 2 single crochets and a decrease. So this is my first single crochet, second single crochet, and then is my first decrease here. First single crochet, second single crochet, and then the decrease. So we will continue this, and I will meet you at the end. Okay, I'm done with row number 15. The last row of the head is row number 16, where it is single crochet and decrease. This is the last head row. Okay, first single crochet, the next stitch is a decrease, okay, single crochet and a decrease. At the end you should have 12 stitches. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Single crochet and decrease, you continue till you come to the end. Now that the head is done, let's do the body part. I hope you can see this. Okay, in body we will start with row 1 with single crochet and an increase. Here you will have 18 stitches. Row 2 you will have 2 single yes, row 2 we will just attach arms, and just do single crochets. Okay, so there is no increase or decrease, but then we are just attaching arms here. Row 3 we will do an increase, which will be 2 single crochet and increase. You will get 24 stitches here. Row 4 we will do 3 single crochets and an increase. This will bring us to 30 stitches. Okay, here row 5 is a little slightly different in row 5. Just going to attach the camera. I hope you can see row 5. In row 5 what we are going to do is 14 single crochets, okay, then an increase, and again 14 single crochet and increase in the last stitch. This will give us 14 plus 14 is 28, 2 increases, so this will become 32. 30 and 2 increase will do 32 stitches. After this, row 6 to row 9, 6 7 8 9, okay, all the rows 6 to 9 we will just do single crochets in each round. You will have 32 stitches in each round. Row 10, I hope you can see. In row 10 we will just do single crochet, but in this row we are going to attach the tail, attach the tail, and do single crochet. At the end you'll still have 32 stitches. Okay, let's see how to do this, and after this we will have to do the legs. Okay, so the body, first row we are going to start. This is how the head is looking right now, right? This is how it is. I'll just zoom out a little, so this is how the head is looking. We have not stuffed anything yet. We will stuff at the after almost at that tail stage we are going to stuff, not until then. Okay, so this is how it is looking. Okay, now let's start. See, first row of the body is single crochet and increase. So first stitch is going to be a single crochet. I'm just going to add the stitch marker, and then in the next stitch we are going to do, and you can just hold it like this. If you're finding it difficult, just hold it like this, just pinch it and hold it, okay, and do the increase. 2 increases, 2 stitches in the same stitch, two single crochet in the same stitch, then again a single crochet, the next stitch is an increase stitch, okay. So we will continue this, and I will meet you at the end of the row 1 where we'll have 18 stitches, okay. So let me see you at the end. I'm done with row 1 of the body. 18 stitches are done. Now this row 2 we are attaching the arms, right? So first, for attaching the arms, first I'm going to remove the stitch marker so you can understand better. Okay, see, these tails we will finish it at the end, so just leave it. I'll tell you why it is required at the end. I will explain it to you. So this is your center. Align it correctly, okay. Pull it out like a ball and then align correctly. So this is the center, correct? So this is how the bunny is going to be. So the arm is going to come exactly, where is it going to come? It's going to, this is, we had 4 stitches here, correct? So right at the center of this stitch, you just look at this entire row and just see where it is coming to. This stitch is coming here, the second stitch, between the second and the third stitch, okay? That's where I'm looking at, not between the first and the second. Here, this line, okay, it's coming here. So I'm just going to put a stitch marker here. For this side of the head also, I'm just going to look where is between this first, this is 1, 2 and 3 and 4. In between 2 and 3, I'm just going to look at that stitch exactly there. Between the stitch here, right here is where it is. This is where it is, and just check again because it moved a lot here. So this is between 1, 2, 3 and 4, between 2 and 3, and the stitch comes right here. I'm just going to add a stitch marker. I'm not giving you the number of stitches, okay, because for each one the stitch size is different, the stitch looks different, so I'm not going, and if you count wrong then the count goes wrong, and then it imagine 2 ears and the hands are in the front or back, it doesn't look nice. So it's best you align it with your center points. If for any of you the number of stitches work better, then you count. It should be equal number on this side and equal number on this side, okay. Fine, now let's start. Here are my arms. This is 1 and this is 2. We have 2 arms. Again, long tails we have kept. I'll explain why long tails after, at the end I will explain it to you why we have it as long tails. So I'm here. I'm going to start with the first stitch as single crochet. There is no increase or decrease, so we're just going to be attaching the arms. That's all over here. Okay. Second stitch, nothing, just a single crochet. The third stitch is where the, in my bunny, it's the third stitch where we have to attach the arm. If it is third for you also, very good. Ears were different because we had not filled, we not stuffed, and we had not closed it, but arms we have closed it, okay. So just hold it in a way that you can work on it, work with it. So here are the slip stitches, the 4 stitches that you have done, but you can't go here in the first stitch. You can go second, 1, 2 and 3 stitches is enough for this. So go through the stitch again, like how we attach the ears, same way, but here instead of 2 stitches front loop back loop, we're just going through the entire slip stitch, okay, and go through the bunny's body, come out of both the loops, and then do a single crochet first time. Then in the next slip stitch we will do the same thing. third stitch. Just make sure you're not missing any stitches, okay? Pull this tail of the arms of the hand, just pull it tight so it's nice and tight, okay? Otherwise it will be hanging there. Just going to do this last part again, last stitch again. Whenever you're not happy with something, just undo and redo it, okay? It is better to do it like that than finish the project and find out some mistake has happened. So go through the stitch, just check. If you go at the back, you will be able to see all the stitches. Just go in the back, you know where the previous stitch has happened. In the next stitch, just grab the yarn, and before you do the single crochet, make sure the tail of the arm is nice and tight, okay? Hold it, pull these loops tightly, and then do the single crochet so everything is nice and tight. Then in the next stitch we will do a single crochet. Okay, we will continue to do the single crochet till we reach the stitch marker where we put for the next arm. Okay, so we will take this out. We need only 3 stitches, so remember it's only 3 stitches that we need. So we will go with the first stitch, see when you're doing this, how you've attached this with the tail on the side, so same way the tail on the side only, so then the orientation of the hand is same. Go through this and the next stitch, first one, second stitch, and third stitch. Remember with the tail you need to make sure the tail is also tight, yeah? This is the third stitch. Now do your single crochets and I will meet you at the end of the row. So I have done attaching the arm and that row is over. Okay, that is row number 2 of the body is done. So if you look at it, this is how it looks. This is the head and this is the arm. Just fluff it up a bit so you can see. This is how it looks. Right now it's all looking correct. It looks all same. This is the back. It's all looking okay right now, but only when we stuff we will see how it turns out to be. Okay, so row 3 is 2 single crochet and then an increase. So first single crochet and put a stitch marker here, second single crochet, and then it's an increase. Same stitch, you will go inside and make second one. Okay, so we will continue this pattern till the end and I'll meet you when I'm done with 24 stitches in this row 3. I am done with row 3. Now row 4 is 3 single crochet and then an increase. So this is the 1, 2, 3. You have to make sure you're doing it all under the hook style, yarn under style, and also every stitch is nice and tight, otherwise your stuffing will be seen. It won't look good. It will look like very damaged piece. Okay, so careful. Okay, so we will do this pattern, that is 3 single crochet and an increase, and I will meet you at the end. Okay, this is my third. I have finished row number 4 with 30 single crochets. Make sure you are counting as you go. Okay, So then row number 5, you have to do 14 single crochets and then an increase. So 1, 2, 3,